on. I miss you.
All right, we're live, folks. Welcome to the Bot Squad
I miss
here. Willie was just calling out Lanaya for wearing Hogan colors, so I just automatically decided to kick it into gear.
Rizzo right. You see it? You guys see
Put
that?
that little thing away. Come on now. Nobody want to see that. Put that little thing away. Nobody want to see that. Grow some meat on that. Nobody want to see that. Put that away.
No, it's asking and showing purposely. You guys see that?
Put that away. Nobody want to see that. You don't got nothing. Nah, you don't got nothing, sweetie. That's all back.
That's all
back. That's all back, baby.
Why are you hating already? You hating hard
for no reason. That's all back, baby. That's all back.
You hating hard for no reason. Do not say I have elongated back.
You got a long back, sweetie.
This is mine.
Okay. You got a long back. Oh, my bad, homie. I meant no disrespect. I meant no disrespect, homie.
What the fuck you talking about, bro?
That's your homeboy, right?
Who?
Ain't you with some guy?
I'm talking to my friend. Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about?
I meant no disrespect, but go ahead.
Wait. Ryan, are you keeping up? What is he talking about?
We talking about long backs, right?
I'm just listening to you two go. I'm not keeping sense of it.
You know what I mean?
I'm not keeping sense either. I just wanted to start the fucking stream. I'm not here to argue with you.
Nobody's arguing. Listen, nobody arguing with you.
You're gonna start getting feedback.
I just said you got a long back. That's all I said. And took that away.
Nobody
want to see that.
I constantly say I have no ass. You can check out any stream in which I'm discussing my body. I constantly say I have no ass and my boobs are it. I don't know why you're yelling at me about it. I don't know why you're upset about it. I say it personally myself, but okay.
I'm not. But listen. I don't really care. But let's go ahead.
You want me to say yes? I agree with you. What the fuck? It's over.
Let's start with this. Like, come on now. We keep on talking about your body.
Are we gonna talk about my no ass? Or are we gonna stream something relevant to the title?
Sweetie, can we talk about something, please? Damn, stop talking about your butt. Damn, let's go. Let's get it going.
Ryan, can you censor him or something?
I didn't say nothing. Like, I'm just saying, let's go.
You're not saying anything. That's the point. You're not saying anything. All right.
I'm gonna get my wife to beat you up. Keep on playing with me.
Yeah, and me and her get together, whip your ass. You're gonna feel bad about that. So anyway,
she won't touch me. I'll just say you picking on me.
Go
ahead, let's go.
She's like, yes, she is. I'm an asshole. Like, are we gonna talk about the travesty that is WWE? Or not?
You two are feeding into each other.
I'm sorry, I can't stop because he just won't stop. I can't stop. Won't stop.
Hey! Speaking over me and talking about it, not helping. Not helping. Anyways, the New Day, JC Mateo, Tanga all left WWE. Well, New Day left. Tanga and JC Mateo were released. So, yeah, this is a follow-up continuation of the further releases that have been going on post WrestleMania, which a lot of people are trying to say, it happens every year around the same time. It's just that we forget it until the next year happens, and then we blame it on whoever's in charge.
Listen, I was on my way home from work, and I get a text. So it says, "Yo, New Day released. What the fuck?" So I'm like, "Oh shit! Like what the like?" I wasn't expecting that, but we got to get to know this, right? If it's a going thing, right? If they're not in no kind of storylines for weeks or months, they getting released. That's the way it's going now. If you're not in no storylines for weeks or months, you're getting released.
Since they have not been involved in one storyline.
exactly. So
Since they turned
if
heel, they have not been involved in one storyline.
that's what I'm saying, exactly what I'm saying. But the thing is, if you're talking about money, they sell a hell of a lot of merchandise. This is exactly what I'm talking
They
about.
used
Like
to.
I
They
listen.
used to.
If you're not Paul Levesque Jr., if you're not Roman Reigns, if you're not Cody Rhodes, if you're not Randy Orton, those are only four, in my opinion, is safe. I'm gonna keep on saying that. It's only them
Danhausen.
four. It's only them four out of the men that are safe. I really just don't understand. I really don't, man. It's the same thing. It's the same
Well,
storylines every
here's
week.
some of the
It's the
stuff
same
with it.
storylines.
Here's some of the stuff with it is that number one, this was apparently a mutual agreement
Right.
between the New Day and WWE.
Yeah.
Basically, both of them being like, "Hey, this isn't going anywhere.
Right.
We should probably go." Um, and honestly, I'm glad for them because WWE has done everything that they possibly could. Well, not everything they possibly could, everything they want to do with them. They've done everything that they want to do. Now they're putting up fucking Grayson Waller with them. Like, come on now.
I mean, yeah, they've buried him for long enough, and it's let them go, let them fight. You know, if they enjoy, let your sport, let them fight in their own way and actually do it. You know, because they're just
Now
being buried here.
this also comes with now their deal was apparently restructured by TKO. And that was part of it, is that last year in 2025, they had signed a 5-year deal that they would be on WWE for through 2030. And they were earning, I think each of them were earning like 1.7 million a year. And then TKO came through, and now that's part of the thing with all these releases and stuff, is that they're also restructuring all these existing contracts. So that's what ultimately I feel is different, especially with the New Day. You know, they were considered lifers. Kofi Kingston signed to WWE 20 years ago.
Yeah, for like 18, 20 years. I mean, but like that's the
20
thing, though.
years ago.
No, restructuring is just another way to say we're going to cut off some of your benefits and cut some of your money. I mean, that's all it means.
Yeah.
You know, TKO is bleeding as a company for obvious bad decisions, which we discussed regularly. So I'm not shocked. We've been saying this has to happen at some point. I'm not shocked there's not more people, honestly.
But I think I said this right, and I'm gonna continue to say this. We don't know when these contracts is being negotiated, because I think it was a rumor about Fox when they negotiated with WWE, and they was like, well, we don't want Kofi as the champion. They want Brock Lesnar as the champion. You know, so I think in a way it's kind of like what's going on here. Like, you know what? Disney, ESPN, whoever signed this contract with WWE, you know what? We want Roman as the champion, or we want this person as the champion. We want these people in these kind of storylines whatsoever. You know, New Day, they was fan favorites, you know, but we all know nothing lasts forever. But like I said, Lanai hit it on the head completely. Where someone's sitting there saying they renegotiate your contract, it's a couple of things that's going to happen. It's either your time is going to be limited or you're going to be out soon. So that's exactly what they did. But nothing surprises me anymore, man. It really doesn't. And it comes to show you, does Triple H really have the pull we think he has?
I thought Triple H had to have a pull for years. I've been saying he doesn't.
You're right. I agree.
The fact is, TKO
apparently most of the releases were his call. That he had the final decision, and Ari Emanuel was just advising him. on all the releases. And so I just given if you look at all the releases, it's not only people that didn't have anything creative going on, it's the fact that creative had nothing for them to do in the fucking first place.
Right.
Aleister Black had no storyline outside of his mini feud with Damian Priest in the year that he's been around.
Right.
You know, and
They
we talked
literally
about
picked
that
him up
often.
just to take him away from AEW, just to give him back to AEW.
And we talked about that, how they were just going to bury him and do nothing. And they buried him and did nothing and fired him. And it's not shocking. They've been doing this for years, especially a lot more since TKO took over. And like, even before, they would find something to do with the talent they had in the back. But now they're just like, hey, we don't care, fire them. And I don't think this is going to bode well for them, because now those people are out there as free agents, and, you know, with more flexibility, they could be a lot better athletes.
The problem that a lot of them, you know, depending on who they are, run into is one of two problems. One being the AEW problem, which is, hey, AEW will sign me and they will pay me well more than what I'm worth, but I won't get used a lot. And I'll get buried in the shuffle, but I'll get paid a shit ton. Or they have the indie darling problem, to where they make X amount of money, or they can't get themselves off as quite the indie star that, you know, that they would want to be. Like, look at the Wyatt Six. Like, those are guys that individually, not Bo Dallas, but you know, all of them individually came up on the indie circuits, so like they'll have something to do. But Bo Dallas, you know, he has to go into the fucking indies now, and he didn't do that beforehand. His brother didn't do that, you know. So I feel like he's someone that is just never going to take off. Dexter Lumis is probably the one out of the whole Wyatt Six that if he actually had a personality and was good on the mic, that he's the most unique in ring. Joe Gacy, you know, put him over on AEW and throw him into the fucking spot fest over there. Eric Rowan probably won't be doing nothing, but you know, just a lot of these releases, especially with that team in particular, they've had them for a year, and creatively, the most that they came up with for them was fucking MFT stealing the fucking lantern. Like, that was as mystical as they could get. They could do that whole cool, brutal intro to where it's looked like they murdered the entire backstage. Can't play up that horror gimmick, though. And TKO is trying to deny that. It's like, oh, we're not into dark characters. Well, you've had several dark characters around for a year, did nothing with them, and you just released them. So creatively, what do? You're not going to see any kind of mystic gimmicks or anything like that, I think, anymore. I don't think that's going to happen in WWE anymore.
What like direction do you guys think they're trying to take the company, like aesthetically, in that way? Because at this point, I don't know. I love like the goth aspect, obviously, and like I love a little campy like going in there also. But they don't even have the backstage interactions. You know, there's no skits. The promos are shit. Like I don't know. Do you even call those promos or just no-nos? How do you guys feel about that? All that.
Even though Vince McMahon is a piece of shit, him selling WWE was the worst shit he ever did.
Worst
shit he ever fucking did. I will never sit here and compare that to allegations with the women. So excuse what I'm about to say, but besides that, minus his legal problems, and I'm gonna say that because I know people viewing this, him selling WWE was the worst shit. Minus the legal shit is the worst thing he ever did. Like
Professionally.
it's good. It's good when the shit is on paper, but they destroyed a legacy within a year or 2 years. It's crazy, man. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I don't a legacy of 40 plus years is down the fucking drain.
I
It's
think
fucking crazy.
that what they're
Down the
trying to
fucking
do,
drain.
and it's backfired in their face, is they're trying to make this some sort of a high price celebrity gag.
Yeah.
And it's blown up in their face to the point that Pat McAfee was like, I don't want anything to do with wrestling ever again.
Good.
And
I don't
Jelly
know
Roll,
why you think of it anyway.
and
No,
Jelly
Pat
Roll
McAfee
came
is
out.
good. I like Pat McAfee. Outside of WWE, he's pretty good. I gotta give him that. He's good.
Hold on, but then Jelly Roll tweeted out to Pat that we just need to stay in our lanes and do what we're good at, and Jelly Roll's not going to be really wrestling anymore. And so I feel like what they just tried to pull off there in those last couple weeks just blew up in their face, because it was slated that it was going to be Jelly Roll and Cody versus Pat and fucking Randy at Backlash. But then the celebrities saw what actually was going on in the fans' reaction and were like, fuck this.
But here's the thing, though, right? Because people, I think some people don't realize this, right? The Live Golf, right? The Saudis backed that, right? My understanding is, or what I see is that they lost interest, right? Who's to say Saudis is going to lose interest? What's going on with WWE right now and back out of that contract in Saudi Arabia? I think it's going to wind up happening because the product is fucking terrible. Like, there's no way in hell I invest in all this money and the product is terrible.
What product?
I don't think that matters to the Saudis.
How if they back out of golf, right?
The prestige matters. The fact that they were able to buy the first overseas WrestleMania. That's what matters. Doesn't matter what the product.
No, but what I'm saying, that's already set in stone, right? They can't go back after that. You got people buying tickets. They're renting hotels and shit a year in advance to go. What I'm saying is that after this Saudi Arabia experience with WrestleMania, that's it. They may lose interest because there's no way in hell I'm paying this bread and the product is garbage. This WrestleMania shit, that's it. It's set in stone. That's it. But after that, it's over. I don't see them investing any more money because the shit is garbage. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah, well, with Saudi Arabia, it's not about the quality of the product. All right, they set up the Royal Rumble in the most half-assed stadium. They didn't even have water there. They didn't even have running water for fucking people. Yeah. That's why the stadium was so empty early on, because people were across the street getting fucking water. Like, Saudi Arabia doesn't care about the parameters. They care about the prestige.
Right.
They care about the fact they bought the first overseas WrestleMania. They bought it. And that's all TKO, and that's all Saudi Arabia cares about is the money. They don't care about the quality of product. They don't care about the quality of the stadium. They don't care about the quality of anything other than the money. Is the money going to be there?
Would that prestige still mean something if the company fails, though?
That's what I'm. No, but Ryan, what I'm trying to say, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know if you follow golf or not, right? They had the thing Live Golf that was competing with the PGA. Everybody know golf is prestige. Everybody know that. Masters, U.S. Open, that's a big deal. The Saudis stopped investing money into that league because people lost interest. The product was terrible. That's all I'm trying to say with WWE.
Yep.
It's set in stone. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. It's set in stone with WrestleMania. It's so much money you can give if the product is terrible. It's kind of like athletes over here. Nike invests, millions, billions of dollars in these athletes. If you got an athlete that's the bottom of the chain, guess what? You know what? After this contract is up, that's it. We cut ties. That's what I'm trying
Yeah,
to
no, I
say.
could see, I could
Yeah,
see, I
that's
could
what I'm
see them
trying to
not
say here.
investing money later on, but
Right.
also, I just see it as a total greed thing, and it's a total symbiosis off of one another. Like, oh, you will pay X amount of money for this, even though you won't get back X amount of money.
That only
Okay.
lasts like business wise, professionally.
Yeah.
And again, I know Saudi their money is deep. Everybody know their money is deep. But how much money you gonna continue to invest if so Riyadh season, obviously that's for the residents over there in Saudi Arabia. But if them people is not happy with the product, who's going to continue to invest money? They're not going to continue to invest money in the WWE.
Now the one of the Saudi princes, along with Jared Kushner, owns like the greater half of like what is like Electronic Arts.
Yeah.
And WWE falls underneath that banner of stuff for their video games. So if there is a low turnout, sure, I could see the Saudis not wanting to throw more money at it. I mean, fuck, they threw money at trying to I forget what his name was, as everybody else did, that Saudi Arabian wrestler that they tried to introduce, that he was supposed to be coming around and shit. They introduced him at fucking Royal Rumble, and you ain't seen nothing of that motherfucker since.
Oh, I forgot he existed. I forgot he ever existed.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Grand opening, grand closing.
Yeah, yeah. But it is one of those things, though, that it's gonna be bidding wars now, and that's the way cities are like looking at it, because they have to look at New Orleans, which New Orleans didn't put out a fucking bidding war. The bidding war shit didn't start until Saudi Arabia went and did it.
Mm-hmm.
Like cities would pay out X amount of money for WrestleMania coming through, because they would have to accommodate for, because it's a week, it's a solid week that your town, your city is going to be taken over. So there's a lot of tourism, there's a lot of revenue to be made, and New Orleans, they didn't know that they have to put out a fucking bidding war. They didn't know that they were in a league for Saudi Arabia, and they had started preparations and everything for that. Because The Rock came out and fucking said, it's going to be in New Orleans. And then it was like fucking, 5-6 months later that they're like Saudi Arabia.
Right.
But now, now the big contention, I think 44 is supposed to be in Kentucky. I think, I'm not sure where in Kentucky, but I think that's where WrestleMania 44 is supposed to be.
Well, they signed the deal. I think it's Tennessee at the new Nissan Stadium. So,
was it Tennessee?
It was Tennessee, yeah, Nashville, the new Titan Stadium, which is a dome. But what they should do, and I think Vince would have been the perfect man for this, or even the heads at TKO. What they should do, I think every year they should go back to their roots, right? They should have a pay-per-view in the New York market every year. It doesn't matter which one it is. Just have a pay-per-view in the New York market. That's what they should do. Go back to the basics. Go back to the basics.
They do pretty. It's pretty much like every other year.
Yeah.
that there's at least one pay-per-view there, and I know that there's at least several Monday Night Raws and like several SmackDowns that usually happen in New York per year. They're getting. I think after Backlash, they're getting ready to do the European tour, which I'm actually kind of excited for that because that seems to be the time where they put on actual like good matches and stories because that's what the fucking Europeans want.
Yep.
So kind of looking forward to that. But yeah, with the releases, especially with like JC Mateo and Tanga Loa, like Tanga Loa, he got signed 2 years ago, got injured at the War Games event. He was out for like 8 months, came back, and he has like barely been in any matches or on TV since like last June. So, kind of like, hey, good luck to you, man. Go back over to New Japan where they really like you.
Where wrestling actually doesn't suck.
Yeah. And same thing with JC Mateo, which I'm pretty sure, like when I thought about it, I can't remember JC Mateo ever cutting a promo.
Right.
Ever. And that's like you saying, like promos are like they're not existent or they suck. Like
I can remember him being the background character to about 100 promos.
I'm about to say background all the time.
Yeah, but I cannot recall. If he was to speak, I wouldn't know what his voice sounds like.
No, not at all. I vaguely remember what he looks like, but yeah.
Which that's kind of a missed opportunity there too, because he's really good in the ring. Like I had done some like going back in my notes a little bit to kind of see, and really when he first came out, like there was like a solid 2 months there where he was out like every week, and we were giving him sevens.
I mean,
but then they put him up with the whole Bloodline 2.0, which turned into the MFTs, and they did nothing with him.
And that's what I was about to say. We were with them until they did the whole Bloodline thing because we were explaining how the Bloodline had to stop, and it's just become ridiculous that they don't see the problems that they're making, and then they fire the people for the problems that they make because obviously creative doesn't create.
Yeah. It's pretty weird, and well, one that WWE and TKO also came out saying that they're going to be using AI to help write some of their stories.
That infuriates me.
Yeah, they said that. And just like looking at it, it's like, well, did they use AI to tell them to put the title on Roman Reigns again and get the fucking Bloodline 3.0 going?
In a story, they're basically saying that the AI circulates what has been. So yes, they probably telling them exactly that. And I don't know what story you read. Did you read the one that basically explains everything the AI is going to do and has done? But it basically said that it's going to use the same people it's been using for the last 4 years. And I'm just like, so it's going to do, because it's taking cues from the last creative to get to create the new content. I'm just like, that doesn't make sense.
To me, like, yeah, that bloodline is getting played out, but who's to say? We don't know if that's more of TKO, Triple H, or even Roman himself.
Okay, what is up?
We don't know this, so it's played out. It's definitely played out. It's definitely played out, man. Like all it's doing,
because all it's doing really, it's because I think they're trying to label it to First Family.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're trying to label them as, and it's like, no, it's just fucking Bloodline 3.0. Technically 4.0, because if you go Bloodline, then there was Bloodline 2.0 with Solo, then he did the MFTs, and now we got fucking and we got this bullshit.
It's just ridiculous.
And it's been going on for years. Now, granted, when Roman had his fucking title run going on, and so did Jimmy and Jay, they're holding all the belts and stuff like that. It served a purpose. And the storyline of them devolving and breaking served a purpose. And they were able to kind of get a little bit beyond, they're like, Jay was able to kind of get past the Bloodline story there for a solid year. For a solid year, it wasn't about the Bloodline for him.
But that's what the creator's doing.
Yeah. And now they're like, okay, Jimmy and Jay tag team again. Put the title on Roman until SummerSlam, and then he can drop it, so he can go. Him and Cody can drop their titles then, and they can go on their fucking press tour.
It makes no sense.
I guarantee they will either lose those titles at SummerSlam or right before SummerSlam.
Right.
As they should. I mean, like, they shouldn't even have titles, but it's just the same thing they've been doing, so it only makes sense,
Yep. And it's tiring. Like, I'm just glad, outside of fucking Netflix, I'm not giving them any of my direct money, but I didn't really. I watched the fucking Cultaholic this morning, and the biggest piece of news that I could get out of it is that they killed the gingerbread man gimmick, which I guess I hadn't been paying attention to SmackDown, but they fucking apparently the last like couple weeks, fucking Sami Zayn had a fucking gingerbread man. I know he appeared as a gingerbread man, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is the fucking like, what is this gingerbread man bullshit? Can we just make Sammy a bad guy now? What is it taking the gun to be pulled? Just have him fucking smack somebody with a fucking chair. Christ.
It's not going to happen. Nothing's good anymore, and everything that should happen is not going to happen because they didn't filter it through AI yet.
Yeah. Honestly, my AI and I could probably write well better than they could.
You suggest better ideas to your AI, so it goes off better context. So.
Right.
Yeah. Oh. And like the biggest thing I've been using it for, I was using it for today, is about the like 15 missing and dead scientists that's been going on.
How come nobody's talking about that? I posted about it a few times, but then when I look at the post, it like disappeared.
Yeah.
Like the original post.
There's been certain posts and stuff. My friend noticed it too, that some of his posts have been going missing as well. Which
we know what's happening. We just can't say the quiet powder out loud.
Right.
Yeah. But especially in specifics to that case, because my mom had she had found like a little podcast thing or something that was going to talk about it, and we get on and it's some Fox News douchebag Journey of the West, nice.
Yeah, that's my free comic today.
But he was like automatically starting out with whether or not there's actually a story there or a connection. And it's like, excuse me, fucking 12 confirmed people are either missing or dead that are all related in the same fields. Several of them work together at the same facilities during the same time. And they
But
are all either missing or dead, and their deaths are all suspicious as fuck.
Right.
All of them.
That's how you. That's how you put out.
One was shot by. One was a carjacking. Oh yeah, and another thing too is that the House Oversight Committee tried pressing the DOJ on their autopsies, and the DOJ denied them for threats of national security.
Yeah,
for their fucking autopsies because they fucking killed them.
Okay, so you said
Because they fucking killed them.
I'm not gonna say the quiet part aloud. I'm just gonna say I don't understand why it seems to be an issue for people to pay attention to what's going on around them in their own country, about their own country. Like people care about. I mean, not saying you shouldn't care, but people care about what's going on in Gaza. People care about what's going on, everywhere else all the time. But
what's left with Gaza?
I mean, like
done.
No, I mean, I'm saying we care about that, but we still don't have clean water in major states in this, this place in New Jersey don't have clean water. Like we have so many issues here, and our government blatantly poisons us, kills each other, and like does things, and like don't even hide it anymore. And nobody says anything. And like, there's only so much like media you could block if people were actually talking about it. But no, people still talking about Kim Kardashian or someone's boobs or like the other superficial things, and that's it.
It's it's getting more and more apparent with just certain people like Lawrence Johnson. Shout out to him.
Right.
I get about the most real fucking takes and real fucking news about most shit from him. Along with certain other outlets, that guess what? None of them are in America. It's either independent streamers and people on on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or any other one of platforms talking about other world news that's talking about us.
Yeah. Yep. Everybody's talking about us. We're not talking about us. Everybody's talking about us. I find that insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. When you're going around being the biggest, loudest piece of shit, it's pretty easy to talk about.
Which you have been for decades, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I like, especially with American media, and like I've been an avid Jimmy Kimmel watcher because I think he's funny, and I like the way he takes shits at Trump and how badly he pisses off Trump. But since this whole thing started, not one drop of Israel. He doesn't mention Israel once. Funny, every other world news outlet mentions how Israel is at the forefront of this goddamn war. But if you're in America, just, Trump's winning it. He's winning it. The war's already over. It's terminated. They tried saying that the other day, that it's terminated.
Yeah. Well, the contract for the countries had for you, that's what's terminated. Here's my issue. Like, again, like we know this. We know this, right? We all three of us know this to be true, correct? Right. That means it's absolutely possible for people to find that information. That's the problem. People don't seek any more than what they're taught or hand-fed. And that's something we can't change. Critical thinking and common sense ain't something we can change. No matter how much you talk, they're going to tell us, you're stupid, we're crazy. I've been called all kinds of crazy shit. Like, I screenshot and send to people's mamas and stuff. And but just for me saying I'm right, just for me showing you an article, just for me showing you like a book that was published like in 1950s about the same exact thing, and that's the real issue. Like just the cognitive dissonance is it's so great. You can't change that. If that's the problem. We can know all the facts in the fucking world. We can know we're right for all the things in the world. But
Whether or not we can
that's
actually do anything about it is the other fucking
exactly.
problem.
It's the cognitive dissonance. We could do something about it if we had a collective of people. If the collective of people are dumb, well, hey, this is where we are.
Thanos is right.
Just one thing that I know of certain vets that I know, just about every vet I know is kind of worried that they're about to get callbacks because they've been threatening that too.
Because they are. Because this is what they
want. And the fact that they're, and I'm talking vets that are not combat vets, office and desk, fucking drive the truck, basic fucking vets that are worried, like, am I about to get called back in for this bullshit?
I mean, the people that are graduating this year from West Point, they're going directly into the war as second lieutenants because they're already in war mode. All the war sequences are already enacted, so they are going to get callbacks eventually. And it's just that they're scared because they understand that that's what's going on.
Right.
So you're gonna have fresh kids out of like West Point in a war now. Blink of an eye. Just things they've only heard about and read about. They're going to enter into now.
Yep.
And that's all right, cool. I guess there's nothing you can really do because, there's a lot of things you can do, a lot of things you should do.
Yeah.
Nothing I would say on here.
That's the thing. It's the active passivism of like that second No Kings protest. I didn't hear about it till 2 days afterwards. And something? It's also like I didn't hear about that second No Kings protest till 2 days afterwards. You know why? Because it's fucking ineffective. It's ineffective bullshit.
Well, yeah, because
this pacifist bullshit, it's got to stop.
It has to be a huge collective of people, and people don't realize that the civil rights movement wasn't successful because it lasted a long time. It was successful because they shut the fucking country down. If people aren't working, if things aren't happening, then they'll be more apt to listen to you. But again, the cognitive dissonance cut that off. You have people who should. Why did when people say we're gonna tax people that make over $100,000 and people that make $40,000 a year get upset? Like that's the cognitive dissonance I'm talking about. Why you guys talking about God? They're gonna raise the taxes. When in that fucking life would that affect you? It wouldn't.
Thinking that we should have billionaires at all. Like that.
But they don't understand it. They don't understand it. They don't understand how things work. I don't think they understand math. Like they definitely don't understand common sense.
It's temporary embarrassed millionaire syndrome. That's a term that I had heard in Trump's last term. Of the idea that they worship these people because in their mind they are going to be like them one day. They're just not there yet. They're millionaires. They're just not there yet. That's their whole fucking idea. Temporary embarrassed millionaire syndrome.
And that's exactly what cognitive dissonance is. They're not connected to the reality that they live in. They're connected to whatever they think whatever the fuck. I don't know. I live in the real world. So I'm ultra realist. It's ridiculous. But that's and that's why I try I used to be really passionate about it, but I'm just I don't care. You people are dumb. I believe in better, but I believe in better by myself because most people are just irritate me.
I mean, I was a part of the Occupy movement for a solid 4 years there, and I learned the difference between, yelling at empty buildings or yelling at buildings with people filled with people that don't give a fuck about you, versus direct actions. And boy, direct actions got things done.
Yeah.
Some of the first legislation that I saw on the water problems in Detroit. I was a part of a sleep-in protest that they did at the Department of Energy and Water Efficiency in DC, where we slept in over there, and they had gallons of Flint, Michigan water there that fucking we sat there silently. We all got arrested.
Ridiculous.
That we were released shortly after, and then we went and went to there, and then they went to several Congress people from their shit, and they spilled out gallons of this Flint, Michigan water inside their offices.
Yummy. Probably smell like lead and sadness.
Yeah, and sure enough, finally some legislation to get it fixed. Which Flint has running water, like functioning drinking water now. Finally, it only took like 15 years.
It's ridiculous.
But that's the level, and even then, it's like that's about as fucking pacifist as you can get with actually doing nothing. The best direct action that I know of that was around at the time that I was at was in DC, to where there were a group that got together and they did something around like $2.5 million worth of construction damage to the super Walmart that they were going to build in DC. And like they had a giant plot out for it too. Like it was supposed to be like 4 floors, like a mega Walmart. And they did like $2.5 million worth of construction damage to it and got the project halted. And now that place is a fucking parking lot for right across the street from where the Walmart sits inside of a fucking warehouse, and it's small as fuck.
I mean, but it didn't stop the Walmart. Like
exactly. No matter what you do, they'll find a way.
Exactly. Like until things can really change stuff, like it's really just in vain at this point. And like they're not too big to stop. The people just have to understand that together is the only way, and through is the only way to end things. But here we are.
Yeah.
And TKO can suck it. And WWF
the New Day. The old afternoon.
The good evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're done. And that's wow.
The sleepy night.
That's unexpected, but not.
What about Big E? What do you think is gonna happen with him?
He's gonna still have
he ain't going nowhere.
Ass neck.
I think he's gonna go back to solo action.
I don't think he's gonna do anything except
he drunk the Kool-Aid.
He's been WWE.
Oh yeah, that's the thing, is he's got his little commentator spot before pay-per-views and shit like that. Like he's good. He will keep on blowing that company. He will keep on blowing the rest of the stars, and he will be fine. And until they do eventually fire him, and then he'll probably have a whole bunch of shit to talk.
But those NDAs probably go deep.
I made the joke earlier too. If he really wants to get back into wrestling, he could go over to AEW. I'm sure Tony Khan wouldn't give a fuck about his neck injury. Just look like how he did Daniel Bryan.
Fucking
Yeah.
can ruin him 3 times fucking over.
Yeah, he's
Right.
like, but that's the thing about wrestling, and it bothers me about all the companies really. The dedication to the safety of the wrestlers has always been on the bottom. You know, first comes money,
Mhm.
there's the show, and everything else, and like the last thing was always the wrestler safety, and that's always been a big problem. There's no cost to take a CTE; they're just caring about now, kinda.
Right.
Now, so
Which it's kind of crazy because like certain companies like TNA, WWE, New Japan for most of their segments and stuff, it's actually like the safest like wrestling around. It's AEW and the indies that they just have just the most ridiculously dangerous shit.
standards have
Which
to
I
be
think
raised.
which that big Will, I think his name is also Will. That he's a British wrestler from Progressive Pro Wrestling. I think he just came on to NXT.
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know. I think I like that. That's about one of the only like new kind of people that I can think of that they like brought in. Otherwise, they're just kind of promoting all these like NXT people. Which Ricky Saints, my God, like how whitewashed he was from Ricky Sparks. Like because he had like a fucking southern tone and shit to him, and then I see this promo, like started this promo last night. And I'm the best out there. Blah, blah, blah. He doesn't have any southern New Orleans twang to his voice anymore, and he's like trying to play this mixer. That was some of the cheesiest fucking shit I have seen in a long time. Especially for somebody just coming up from fucking NXT and like, fuck, did Sean not teach you promos?
Nope.
Right.
Because his promos were better over in AEW. Because he didn't have, because that's one thing with AEW that it's a give and take. Is that they don't really have anybody writing the promos, but the people that are really good at doing their own promos can shine, like MJF and Ricky Sparks. Before he was Ricky Saints, he was really good at cutting promos.
Right.
And then I saw this last night. I'm like, fuck, this is Ricky Saints. This fucking is Ricky Saints. I'm gonna be the best out there. I'm starting a revolution. And I'm leading the revolution. Anytime a single wrestler talks about starting a revolution or being the leader of a fucking revolution, I just know that is a fucking writer in the back just being like, that's a good line.
Yeah,
That's a good line. Yeah, that's a good line. You know what you should say? Say that you're starting a revolution and that you're the leader of that revolution. That's a great line. I think that'll go over really well. Fucking
Works every time.
and on that note, I WrestleMania sucked.
Yep.
And, the more I go back and go to that CM Punk Roman match, that was legit the best saving grace of that whole weekend. The ladder match was good, not great, good.
Was decent.
Everything else though was pretty fucking trash and
All
trash
together.
commercials.
The commercials,
which I don't remember
were,
so many commercials being a part of the last pay-per-view. PLE before
commercials
WrestleMania.
were the days. both day 1 and day 2 were commercials with little wrestling thrown in, and that's all. That's all. And it wasn't even good wrestling.
No. 7-minute matches.
With all those commercials, you thought they could pay for top tier.
Entrances longer than the matches themselves.
Forgot about that. I just don't know. I can't say anything. They need a better fucking product. And
Yeah. They also need to fire Def Rebel and get some new music people in there. Like it shouldn't just be the funny songs that kind of hit. Like Kit Wilson's song hits, but it's funny.
Talk to me before this came about.
let me talk about how he wears the same outfit in a different color every time he's on TV. It bothers me so much. Like, that's how creative their creative is. I hate them.
Which honestly, I'm a little surprised that he didn't get the cut. I can't imagine that Kilt Wilson merchandise is a big seller.
Can't wait to see you get on board.
Does he sell crop tops? Like, what does he sell?
Like I like Kit Wilson, but I wouldn't buy a Kit Wilson T-shirt.
It's tough to win against a good
You
team.
can't trust someone and never wear some different clothes.
Yeah, let's talk about people that we wonder how the fuck they didn't get the cut.
Turnovers.
No,
Like,
that takes way too long. We're already out.
No, we need another show for that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That would be an entire show. We should have started this, and that would have been the show. And because that would have been like an hour and a half in
pretty
itself.
simple, easy list.
No, the hell
You know?
isn't.
Johnny Gargano.
Ryan, you could talk all night, man. But
Yeah, we need the whole night
we
about
probably
who
need
got the
another
cut.
show for
All
that
right.
one, huh?
I guess we're ending then. I guess
Oh, I didn't mean
everybody
it like
wants to
that.
end the podcast.
I'm just saying that would be a show in
Are we
itself.
ending? Because it kind of sounds like you're forcing me into the ending here.
No,
Just wanted to
nobody
talk really
forcing
quickly.
you. But if you take it out,
I
you want to take
guess, I
it.
guess we're just gonna end. I can't talk shit on Johnny Gargano real quick.
You can do
I
that.
get told no, we got to save that for another podcast.
Yeah, save it for another
Talk
podcast.
shit on
Other
Johnny
people wait.
Gargano. You are giving way too much credit and time to yourselves. Like you got something more important to do than talk shit 5 minutes on how the fuck Johnny Gargano is still around. Fuck
No,
you mean?
we could wait. Fuck that. We could wait.
Me and him agree for once. That's how you know it's true.
All right.
All right. There we go,
Jose.
guys. Great time at the podcast. See you later.
All right, later.